All right. Welcome to another Woods Report. All right, we was late today. We had some business that we had to take care of. I'm like, jeez. But we made it.
Ooh,
So
we real late. You right.
Yeah, we late today because we usually try to do like 4 o'clock.
I know.
So, all right. So we're going to talk about whatever was out in the news today. It wasn't a lot,
You always do politics.
Right.
What's going on in the entertainment news.
So we'll start off with politics, and then we'll go from there.
And a lot of times I chime in on what the
View
the
talk
ladies
about.
on the View were talking about.
Right.
Well, it's two things. One thing, it's just a little update. It's nothing big story wise, but I guess Kamala Harris has been in the news talking about the immigration.
What?
The whole thing is about Vice President Harris slams Governor Abbott for migrant busing.
Oh, because they dropping them off at her house. He took 2 bus loads and dropped them off at her house.
I would be
so
mad.
She
too.
mad.
I would tell that bus driver.
And her neighbors is mad.
Right back to Governor Abbott.
Her neighbors is probably mad and blaming her.
Yeah.
It's because of you, Kamala, that
bus loads of people.
And then where do they go when they get off? Do they walk around with like suitcases and stuff in the neighborhood?
No. That's like a crowd of people in your yard. Kids and husbands and
boy, they have no shame. Boy.
But I guess mainly
he don't have no shame to Abbott.
They don't.
None.
And that's why she was like, you know what, dude? You can't get away with this one. You just he should be the donkey.
He worse than DeSantis.
Yes.
At least DeSantis flying first class and drop him off. And he don't even push him out the airplane with a parachute
This man
on.
Put him on a bus and sent him to the vice president.
Kamala Harris's
house. But they talked a little bit about just all that's going on with the migration and the immigration and all that. And questions. Sarah, that's my girl. Sarah always thinks like I do, pretty much. Most of her comments is like right where I think.
Okay.
She made the comment about because her comment was after Sonny. Sonny talked about the negative.
Okay.
Yeah, they people are not let in. They're dividing with the kids and moms are not with the children. Sarah said, I get it. We can sit here all day and talk about what's not happening, what's negative.
Right.
She said, did I miss something? Did something happen that made a change? Did the Democrats do something? Did the Republicans do? She said, I hear the conversations, the back and forth.
I could tell Sarah,
but nothing has happened.
No, Sarah missed that there's a midterm coming up. So
no, but she said all the presidents, she said this has been going on since I've been born.
But you got to have
no president has stated what exactly have they done to make the changes.
They haven't done nothing.
That's what she's trying to get people to see.
Yeah, Obama put people on buses and shipped them back too.
Whoopi,
but at least he kept them together. That was the difference between him and
Whoopi came back though. She said Biden did have 2 proposals. More security.
That's and what is that?
Citizenship. The way to citizenship.
But how is that going to do?
But no. Her point was he put it on the table. Hey, I got a suggestion, everyone. Let's have more security there. I'm sure the Republicans will be okay with that.
No, they want a wall.
No. Other than that, okay. And then, let's make it their pathway to be in U.S. Senate. They keep blocking it. So it's not that nothing's been done.
Right.
People have come to the table and say, hey, okay, you don't like my idea. Well, what idea you got?
Right.
And nobody's giving our suggestions.
Comb over said, build a wall.
And have Mexico pay for it. And remember, he's a butthole.
Right. But that was his big plan.
That didn't happen.
It doesn't matter. Every chicken will be in a pot. Remember, you have to say something, right? So you can't just say more security. What do you mean more security?
Well, they do need more security because if they're so concerned that more and more people are sneaking over under tunnels, over fences in people's backyards. Yeah. Well, more security will help.
Right.
It would help, deter a lot of that. And, of course, the passageway to, if that's the right way to say it, for these pathways for these people to become citizens, make it quicker, less paperwork or whatever. But he at least put those proposals on the table and nobody's saying anything.
So that's what she talked about.
That's what they talked about with the whole Kamala thing, as far as not only blasting that
she just mad because he dropped them off at her house.
But I guess they were questioning too. Okay, Kamala, well, what's your suggestion?
Lock them up like she did black men. Just lock them up like
she
you
said
did
when you was she pretty much said vote. Whoopi said that was her suggestion is to vote. And then she looked at the ladies
not her
and said,
real.
is
her
that
real,
all that we gonna do?
No, that's not her real thing. She want to lock them suckers up
Okay.
like that. She want to go back to the old Kamala, but she can't because she got to be like a really good Democrat.
That's
now,
probably
so.
why he sent her to her house.
He sent her to her house. Do what you do.
Do what you did in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll make it happen, prosecutor lady.
Call 5-0 like you did on Black Men.
So, I mean, I can't be mad at him, but that's still, I'm mad at him.
I told y'all that's why I don't belong to no party because
Yeah.
both of them are nickapoops.
But
She don't have no answer. I'm telling you, she didn't say nothing about DeSantis. She's mad at that dude because he dropped him off at her neighborhood. That's why
in front of her house.
And I keep saying, what do they do when they get out? Do they just
probably
walk
stayed
around
on the bus? They had to get back on that bus. Get back on that bus. Get your foot back on that bus.
Oh, that's so
Don't
funny.
step in my yard. Get off my land.
She should have came out with her husband, and they should have brought like a lemonade stand or something, and like fed people sandwiches and stuff like that.
That would have showed the compassionate side of her, right?
And had a tent city right on her yard,
and then put them back on the bus. And send them to sanctuary cities. There you go. At least you be fed.
Neither one of them got an answer. None of them got an answer.
That's the point Sarah was making. Out of all these presidents over the last 10 years,
right.
10,
none of them have.
Nobody has had a very good suggestion.
Because you said
with
security.
Our borders.
What does that do? What does that mean? How you gonna pay for it? How you gonna get them?
I don't know.
Nobody wants to work security.
Who's gonna pay for the wall?
Nobody.
And you know what? What's his name? Did get
Mexico.
money for the wall.
Remember, Mexico was supposed to pay
fence.
for it.
Was it the fence or the wall? And he's in jail now because he took the money. He took the money. He was supposed to use that money for the wall.
This one guy cracked me up. Well, it wasn't him, but his cousin. He's Latino here, and he had a cousin that's here illegal, and they got him and shipped him back.
Oh,
he said he'll be back next week. He come back every time they stay. That wall, and this was when Comover was president. And he said, we just get on the plane.
And get back.
And come right. All I got to do is I'm Jose number 552.
That's
when
sad.
I'm coming through the things.
I can't keep up with him.
Jose Hernandez.
You come through here before.
Let's see here. I'm looking at your passport. You got black hair.
20 of you. I don't know.
How you gonna know that Jose ain't that Jose?
I gotta tell this story, y'all.
Sorry if y'all think
this
this
all look alike.
Beauty Bossby Jamie said hello. Wendy said hello, stars. Hey y'all.
Hey, I gotta tell this story.
How you gonna know one Jose from the other Jose?
All of them look alike.
They don't all look alike. But I'm saying if this
I'm saying if you gotta all look alike and they blended in and you don't know they all have dark hair with a mustache.
If it's a bunch of Nigerian men coming over, they're not gonna know the difference.
No, y'all all look alike. I don't know which
Akon. Wait a minute, you look like Akon.
They had to.
Akon.
I used to work at Six Flags.
Right.
I worked in the games department. They had to move me because they was always low on their money because of me. Because
people kept coming back.
No. The white girls.
Oh, they got
with glasses.
You can't tell the difference.
I didn't know which was who, and they probably told, "Go to her. She'll give you more money back." They would always be short change.
You the same.
I said, "She just look. Did I give you your change?" Yeah,
this is not racist because all races have people that all look alike.
Yes, every white girl with glasses, they all look alike to me, and that was so funny. But they moved me to another area.
If you a redhead, I don't know if you.
I'm sorry.
I don't know who you
I know
are.
that may sound, but
it's the same.
They all looked alike to me.
And the problem is that they all have the same name.
Oh well.
So they don't know the difference. But he told me, he said he'll be back here next week.
And he did come back, didn't
he? Yes, he came. He said, and then he don't do the wall, all that. They don't do tunnels.
They
and all
walk
that.
over. They fly over.
He said he get in a plane and come right on over.
So you saying all that to say security won't really help?
What's security gonna do?
I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know. It may deter.
No.
If you got if you got a SWAT team in front, ain't nobody gonna come over that wall if you got a whole SWAT team.
You got to talk about stuff and why you got to address the problem why they leaving their countries and coming over here.
Yeah. Well, that's what
you got to make it where it's like
that's what Kamala did. She did go to those countries.
Oh, she said that.
And remember, she did recently. I think was it a month or two ago?
Yeah,
she visited
and
Mexico.
Then you
she visited those countries,
and then you got to find Mexico for letting them walk through.
I know. Maybe
you got to be like, why y'all letting everybody just
let
walk
them go?
through?
You get charged for that. I don't know.
Or something.
We don't know. But then a lot of them are fleeing situations that are really bad.
Obama was
he was the top
people
man
love
sending
Obama.
people home.
Obama was putting people on buses
He kept the families together though.
He at least kept the family, but he was putting them. He was sending them back in droves.
And I didn't know that.
And nobody talked about it. See, because we love Obama, so that's why they don't.
But you know why they didn't talk about it? Because the Republicans was happy about that.
Exactly.
That was one thing Republicans can say that Obama did that they wanted.
So you didn't
send the families back.
Yeah, you didn't see that on Fox News.
Thank you. That was
said they put nut job Kanye on there, but we'll talk about that later. Okay. So what's this?
This next topic,
LA
you guys.
Council member steps down over racist remarks.
Nury Martinez. I'm so glad The View finally, they may have talked about it in the past, you guys, because I watched him a lot. They got Latino women on there.
Racism
especially
within
Sunny.
the Latino community.
There's racism, you all know, within our own groups.
Dark skin versus light.
Even in the black people. Darker, the lighter. Darker, even when you're Latino. Mm-hmm. Let's play what Homegirl was making a comment about.
Oh, Whoopi?
No, Whoopi's introducing it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. This nut job.
Nury Martinez and Labor President Ron Herrera resigned following leaked audio of a racist exchange made at a meeting last year. Take a look.
And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the floor, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito. They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
What?
So here's the deal.
Pasipajito, if you guys are Spanish, I didn't say it right. That means little monkey. You don't call no black kid a little monkey.
And why she say raise him like a white kid?
Thank you. You know Whoopi went off. That's not your business, first of all. And don't you know you talking, people listening to your racist butt.
So in other words, she's saying they raising him civilized. He need to be raised like an animal because he black.
Little monkey.
That's pretty much what she said.
Spanish.
You don't raise black kids the same way you raise white kids. He needs a beat down. That's pretty much what she's. I summed up what she said.
And this is a Latino woman saying it. So Sunny, of course, is going to speak up because she's Puerto Rican.
Right.
Her mom is light-skinned Puerto Rican. Mm-hmm. Her dad is dark.
Well, they consider them Negroes.
No, so. I'm just saying.
In the Latino
And I'm
community.
so glad that she brought the attention to us, including Anna. They're Spanish. There's racism in the Spanish community.
Yeah.
Dark skin and light skin.
And Puerto Rican is like the
and
bottom
you think about it, but no. You're saying Puerto Rican. No, her mom is fair-skinned Puerto Rican.
Well, I'm saying that's the next level.
And she would go places and she said, you don't even realize what they say. They say around me. They don't know my husband is dark-skinned and my daughter.
Well, my friend is Panamanian and she black. She look black.
Her dad's
and they
black.
Speak Spanish and they don't know she Panamanian.
Right.
And they talk about her and she be like, I'm Panamanian.
Yeah,
I know everything
the Spanish that the guys were saying about her.
But yeah, that's normal. That's like.
But I'm just saying, I'm glad that somebody is
they finally saying
speak on it.
Because they always talk about white people being racist.
Yes.
They never talk about any other race being racist.
Within your own race.
Right.
Yeah. So that was this lady, she said
it's herself, like only people racist in the world is white people. That's the way that they try to make it sound.
And we're racist within our own cultures.
Right.
We have problems with skin color.
Yep.
The lighter you are, you can pass. Pass for what?
Yeah.
White. Oh, you look more white, so you should be able to get through the door.
Yeah.
Remember, they used to do paper bag test.
Yeah, with black people.
Back in the day, if you held up a paper bag, which is usually a light tan color, and you were darker than that bag, you couldn't get through.
Well, they still, older black people still don't want to be in the sun. They'll tell you, I don't want to be in the sun. I don't want to get dark. Mm-hmm. We still hear that in our race. I don't want to be dark. I don't want to be in the sun.
What's wrong with being darker?
They don't want to be dark.
I don't want to be that black.
I don't want to be black.
I only go so far.
I don't want my hair nappy.
A coffee color. Yeah. Not that dark, rich black color.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
But I'm so glad she brought it up. Both of these Latino women brought it up, that there's racism even within the Latino community. Yeah. But how dare you call that little black boy a little monkey?
So what happened to her? Did they get rid of her?
She sat herself down. Anna said, but here's the problem, her and that other man. The problem is she sat herself down as president of that council. She's still a member of the board. She needs to walk away.
Los Angeles City Council president. Murray, what's her name?
Nury
Martinez.
She sat herself down, I believe, from what Anna said, from the president role. She's still a member of it. When you're in politics, you guys, I think we're starting to learn. This is social media moment. Cameras will catch you. What's in your heart? It's going to come out of your mouth. Be careful what's in your heart when it comes to racial situations and ethnicities. If you don't like a certain race or a sex or anybody, any dislike, it's going to come out if that's in your heart.
Right.
You're going to be saying something that's going to offend people, that's going to make people mad. And you're going to have to go back and go, oh, I still feel that way. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. And you may get canceled like cancel culture is doing.
Yeah.
So
Wendy says shadyism. Shadyism is our race. It's the shade. It's the shade of your skin color, like your skin color.
The different tones.
The darker you are. Remember what's his name? What's the baseball player that bleached himself?
Oh, no.
You remember who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Who is this?
You look white now.
Who is this?
It's a lot of black people that, Dominican.
We know Michael Jackson had issues with the skin tone.
Well, he had that thing.
But he had that skin disease.
But I'm talking about like a lot of West Indians and Africans and stuff. That's big there.
I don't know
bleaching
why.
your skin.
Why?
Yeah. Because they don't want to be dark because people tell them that dark is ugly. It's not attractive. God. You know, that's when you raised to think that you ugly.
Your color is ugly.
Yeah, that people don't want to be there. Same we talked about fat.
Yeah.
If you raised to think that, who wants to be fat?
Fat is not sexy. Fat is good.
Then you're going to be like, I don't want to be fat. And then some people not even real big.
Mm-hmm.
They just got a little fat. Mm-hmm. And they think they the worst body because they comparing their bodies to these models.
Yes, that are.
And they think, who has a flat stomach like that? Unless you working out every day.
I don't even know.
And you eating no carbs or whatever.
I don't know.
And then you die and you go in the same place I'm going.
Or you're throwing up.
You're going to die and sew up in heaven with a carrot. And I'm have a chicken, piece of chicken leg in my hand. We're still going to the same place.
Heavenly bodies, so you won't have the same natural body.
But I'm still short of
going back to dust. I don't care.
I'm still short of to the same place. It's like the guy who shows up laughing and having a great time, and then the other guy did everything. We still stand at the same game.
Yeah.
I'm be laughing while I'm there. You did all of this.
You enjoy life on this side.
Exactly, on this side.
But I just wanted to bring that out. That was a good topic today because it really reminds people that racism not only is just with
the race,
white race.
It's what Wendy said.
It's within our race. It's within
shade.
Our culture.
Yeah. Light. Wendy says light against dark. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
my
Asian.
Grandmother was real.
That's
light.
Asian. That's Indian.
Yes.
That's
Latino. Any ethnicity.
That's everything. You don't want to be the dark one.
Yes.
You want to be the
lighter
light
color.
one. Yeah.
And where do we get that from? Lighter is better.
We got that from?
I know. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
It was a movie.
Sammy Sosa. Thank you, Wendy.
Oh, Sammy Sosa. I used to wear his shirt. I'm a Cubs
That's
fan.
the one who's white now.
Oh my God, I gotta look him up.
No, here, Sammy Sosa.
Oh my goodness.
Put Sammy Sosa in there.
I didn't know that he
put Sammy Sosa. Oh, you messed up the thing. Now we gotta go ahead. Sammy Sosa. Okay.
What thing I messed up?
Well, we don't know where we are now on this.
Oh.
But look, see how he white now?
Oh no.
That's Sammy Sosa now.
That wasn't the Sammy Sosa that I used to follow.
That's Sammy Sosa.
Is he Cuban? Puerto Rican?
No, he was Dominican. Ain't he Dominican?
He's Dominican?
I don't know. Yeah, Dominican Republic.
He's Dominican.
Yeah, he's Dominican.
Yeah.
So Sammy Sosa is he's a
and I had friends that were from all the different Latino groups.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend that was like Dominican. He was dark skinned.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend that's Puerto Rican. She's dark skinned. Mm-hmm. And it was a Cuban. Mm-hmm. All of them say the same experience because of their color.
Yeah,
they were all dark, and even in their Latino race, they were still treated a little differently. Unless you have money, you're famous. Other than that, I don't know.
All right, so that was that one.
So what's your entertainment?
Well, real quick.
Oh, is it Kanye? You want to talk?
I'll save him. I may not even talk about him. Let's see.
Okay.
He's so draining. Isn't he draining, y'all?
He
just mentioned that he got kicked off of Twitter and stuff. But anyway.
Okay.
Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill are separated and have filed for divorce, says a source.
How long were they married? 2
months?
This
comes from the Jasmine brand. They were married for what, 2 years or 3 years?
Has it been a year at least?
It's been, yeah.
I'm like, come on, Cynthia.
Well, let's see what they're saying. This is from the Jasmine brand.
Okay.
Exclusive. Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill are separated and have filed for divorce, says a source. The Jasmine brand exclusively reports Cynthia Bailey and her husband, Mike Hill, have split, according to a source. Sources tell us that the Bravo reality star, because remember she's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, or was, and the sports anchor have been separated for a while now.
See, what's a while?
And everything between the pair is amicable. We're also told that they have already filed for divorce.
They've probably been separated longer than they've been together.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But see, we saw warning signs in that, because I don't know whether he cheated or not, but he cheated on both of his.
He did?
He was married before her.
So and he's not faithful.
No. But we don't know if that's why.
Why she attracts the same dogs?
And then Peter is a
he's
moron.
He's supposed to be dating
Shay.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah,
you saw that?
You told me.
Oh, from Love and Hip Hop.
You said that they're supposed to be going together.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Wendy says, in Haiti, you are considered white if you are light skinned. Yeah, you sure are.
When we were in South Africa, they called the biracial colored.
Yeah, if you were mixed,
you were mixed. You were colored.
You wasn't full African.
Right. Well, I don't know if they.
Here it is. The pair married in 2020. And have no children together. Neither have yet to comment publicly.
That's 2 years. Not even 2 years.
Yeah.
If they've been separated for a while.
And most of that was the pandemic. They was together during the pandemic.
You think it's him?
I think it's him.
Cynthia, I just pray that
because Peter was an idiot. So you can't say it's
and her first husband. What's his name? The Leon. They wasn't married. That's her daughter's father.
That's her baby daddy.
So she's probably picking the same guy.
She's picking the same kind of guy.
She seemed like a really.
I wouldn't have married Leon. I wouldn't have married Peter, and I wouldn't have married Mike.
No,
all three.
We saw the signs with this man.
So,
but I don't understand how you have. Unless these women it's something about them that we don't realize it, and the man gets tired and starts to cheat. I don't know.
No, you don't have to have nothing wrong with you.
No, I'm saying that she's not giving him love.
That don't have nothing to do with
closing the door on him.
It has nothing to do with it.
And he's just gonna go out.
Man,
because he's a dog. If he gonna do it,
if a man is gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. Don't have nothing to do with you. You could be doing everything right. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world. You could be laying it down
that with Halle Berry
every single night. You could be catering to his every need.
And
if he is a cheater, he is a cheater. If he want more woman, he gonna want more woman. I don't have no problem with that. Just don't get married. Okay. Or if you get married, this is the type. Look,
open marriage like Will and Jada.
Look, this is it. I'm gonna tell you right now, baby girl. We're gonna get married, all right? I can tell you right now.
We're gonna do a Will and Jada.
I'm not going to be with you're not gonna be the only thing that I'm gonna be in. I'm letting you know right now. You said, if you still want to get married.
Didn't you say, what's his name, with the hats all the time?
Right. I don't know what you're talking about.
He wears the hats with the big head.
Oh, Neo?
Yeah.
No, he didn't say that.
He didn't say that to his wife?
No, but he should.
Okay.
Say that.
Because I thought you said he spoke out that he has problems in that area.
And then when she says, okay, well, I could...
You make that decision.
Then he'll say, no, you can't talk to nobody. Then she can say, blow it out of your nose and walk.
See you later.
Or she can say, you keep giving me those Balenciagas and blank, blank, blank.
I'll play along.
Do you. And this is the type of relationship. Because
I get to live this lifestyle, and that's more important to me than worrying about you.
Wendy Pearson said, a cheater lacks integrity. It has nothing to do with their partner. Absolutely. They're going to be, that's them, that's them.
So do we
I feel like if you open.
But the question is, and this should be on the thing, on the sub. If you are seeing the pattern of
while you dating,
when you dating and married,
okay.
I don't know her first boyfriend, male husband,
Peter.
Leon.
Leon, her baby daddy.
Was Peter a cheater?
Yeah,
he cheated.
Yeah.
So these men have a pattern.
She attracts the same type of man.
Yeah, but how do you not attract the kind of man? Because a lot of men do cheat.
He who expects a different result. What is it? Insanity is expecting a different result and not changing, or something like that. Y'all know that.
How would you?
If you know that
connect with a man that's committed.
All right, so this is
some men have problems in that area. They may not do it as much. This is
our column that we give our. All right, we'll kill two birds with one stone. Okay. We try to give an advice column the same time we do our show.
Okay.
So we don't have to come back and tape again.
Okay.
So this is my advice, even though I'm nobody. Who am I? I'm not Dr. Phil or anybody.
Okay.
But this is my opinion. if you want something different, then you need to change up what you're doing.
But
so if you attract the same type of guy, there's a reason why. Number one, he's attracted to you. Okay. Maybe you are giving off something that's making him feel that he can continue to do this and not reap the what you call it? You do him doing it and you not doing nothing about it.
Okay.
You a walkover kind of.
Okay. Doormat.
Or a doormat. Or you like that type of guy.
But
you like a guy that's like that.
But let me come at you with this. You've made this comment a number of times. And I had to correct you on it because I don't believe it. You said you may have changed it from all to most. Majority of men cheat.
Oh, I changed. I didn't say all.
No, when I said you may have, what did you say? Most men?
I think most
you put
men
that
do.
percentage very high.
I put it high.
A lot of men have problems with being faithful
because
whether they are one night standers, or whether they are in a relationship, which is even harder.
You know why?
So if that's the case, let me finish my question. If that's the case with that comment, whatever can she do to be in the right state of mind to attract a man who's going to be faithful?
Well, here's the thing.
To the very end.
You don't know if somebody's going to be faithful.
I know.
Just like he doesn't know she's going to be faithful.
I know.
So that's why you have to communicate. You have to trust the person that you with, and you have to be in a relationship where you trust each other.
Okay.
And you're open with each other. And to me, before you get married, your spouse needs to feel like they can be open with you regardless of what they need to feel like they can say something to you and not always have
even if they've slipped.
No, I'm saying feeling.
Before they slip.
I'm saying feeling.
However they're feeling that may lead them to be
and then remember this.
Unfaithful.
Oh, let's look at what Wendy said. Cheaters are shallow and insecure. They are so pathetic. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. If you don't learn from the past, it will just repeat itself. Exactly. An enabler. That's the word I was trying to look for. Watch for red flags. Yes. See, that's why I like when Wendy be on the show, because she be saying what I'm thinking. But what I was saying was, that's why you have to be secure in yourself.
I think that's where I wanted you to go.
Oh, okay.
Because we know couples who have been together for a long time.
You have to be.
And if you were to sit that man down, he may have strayed.
He won't tell you.
He won't say nothing.
No.
She may even know.
Or she might have did something.
Or she may know it's not a big deal because he came on back home.
Right.
And they dealt with it. They got stronger.
Right.
So
it's about you. What you're willing
where
to
you're
accept.
at.
Yeah. What you're
in
willing.
that relationship, about how you feel about yourself, because
you're willing to put up with.
Yeah. Because there are women, and even like you said, men and women who have had an affair, a quickie one, a one night stand, a baby out of it. They made the decision to work on it and keep it stronger. So that's, I guess.
Some women don't care as long as it's not a relationship.
And some women, and we had a friend who said, as long as I don't know.
As long as I don't know about it. So each person has their own thing. But what I was saying was, you got to work on yourself. Marriage is not, I hate when people say marriage is 50-50. It's not. Because there's sometimes.
He completes me.
Yeah, nobody should complete you.
I see what they're saying, but that can be debated.
No, marriage should be two whole people coming together. Because when you rely on somebody else to complete you, you're putting who you are on that other person. And you're making them responsible for who you are. And I don't like that. Let me tell you why. Because there are times when you are in a marriage and the one person may check out and they may physically be there, but mentally they not in the marriage, but they stand with you because they made a commitment.
Right.
And then 3, 4, 5 years go by. They have a totally different mindset. They falling back in love with you again. But during that time, you was carrying him. Marriage to me is like the relationship you have with Christ. There are times that you are going to be like, gun-ho, I'm in love with Christ. You doing saying the right things.
And let me jump on that bandwagon. Because
and then there's going to be times when you might be like, I'm not really feeling God.
Are you there?
Right now.
You're not with me anymore, God. Did you leave me?
And I'm not feeling you.
I never leave you nor forsake you.
Right. I'm not feeling you right now, God. Maybe there's things going on in your life.
You may not even talk.
Maybe there's things that's happening.
Away.
Hold on. Maybe there's things that's happening.
Right.
And all of that. And just like that poem, Footsteps, he said, for those times that you was thinking that I wasn't there, because you saw one footprint, I was carrying you.
Well,
that's how I see marriage.
Let me piggyback on that. if they're not coming from this place when they said complete them. Now, this is what I say. You may be wording it differently. When you're in a relationship, even in your relationship with Christ, bad things happen, good things happen. You're supposed to grow from that. You're supposed to be stronger, wiser from those experiences. So I think sometimes when people go, they complete me, they could be saying, they're challenging me because I normally don't like this or I'm not happy with this. That's what I mean by that complete.
But not complete.
They shouldn't say complete because you're not going to be ever complete. No. Because we would never need Jesus.
The better word should be.
But I see what they're saying.
The better word should be enhance. The person that
the
person who you are with should enhance you. They should make you a better person. They should motivate you or get you to do things that maybe you normally wouldn't do. But it should always make your life better. If somebody's in your life, and this is whether it's a husband, wife, friend, whatever, and they drain you, you got to move away from people that drain you. But hold on, I'm divorced, so I know this for a fact. And I know this because I talked to my ex-husband recently. When you, like I said, you could be doing all the right things. You could be saying all the right things. You could be motivated. Well, I want this. I want to really make this work. But if they check out, that's it. And he told me recently, he said, Kim, it wasn't nothing you did. I checked out. That was it. I checked out. I was sick because he had Crohn's disease. He was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And all I thought of was me. And I felt bad. He said, I felt like I was, God had let me down. So I was angry at everybody. But he said, you told me one time we was together. He said, you told me you don't want to be married. And he said, it wasn't nothing I could say. He said, no, I do. I was right. He said, after all these years, I realized it. And I said, that's what I tell people. I don't care how much you work at it. If the both of y'all don't want to be married, it's over.
And that's where I was saying, with that being said, with your own experiences, a lot of times you'll look at relationships and you'll go, oh girl, don't you feel it? Don't you need to really get out of it? If a lot of, and here's the thing on the flip side of that, really know when to leave and the right time to leave too, because a lot of times
you stay too long.
Or you leave too soon.
So
that's a hard thing. And then you got to use wisdom on that, because there have been women and men who have been in a season of that person being sick, ill, going to school, whatever they're doing.
And then there's
you're not being fulfilled. So you're in with the season, and that season is over. Now it's getting better.
Then there's outside things that influence too. So sometimes you want to leave, but you can't, because you got kids, you got finances, you got a whole lot of other stuff. So it's a lot of
sticking with their
it's a lot of stuff in there. It's not no one stop answer.
Cut and dry.
It's not. It's everything.
That's a hard one. That's probably why you would need counseling.
Even with them, we don't know what happened with them. We don't know if they talked, if somebody cheated, if they fell out of love, if they felt like they should have never got married.
Exactly.
No idea. It's all speculation.
That's true.
And that's what everybody we hear that goes through divorce.
That's true.
So let's see here. Zine Coop said, hey ladies, good evening everyone. Hey Zine.
Hey.
Don't forget thumbs up the video. That's right. Put a thumbs up. Don't forget to like the video and share. Wendy says, some people are in relationships always walking on eggshells. The other person never knows what they're thinking, how they really feel. They harbor their anger, don't express it, and then it explodes. Exactly. That's why you got to communicate.
I have a coworker.
You got to tell people how you feel.
I have a coworker. I met with her recently. She, they're an interracial couple, but they are good. When we met them, they're a good, strong couple too. So they have little differences with their ethnic backgrounds too, which has been a challenge for them, but I believe they've overcame it. They have 2 boys now. The situation that she's dealing with is that he's a graphics designer. He's losing his eyesight.
Ooh.
He takes it out on her. He's angry.
That's what my husband did.
Angry.
He was angry.
And he can't be with the boys like he wants to be and watch them play baseball. And so he's verbally abusive.
Well, yeah. Well,
and that's what she's sharing.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
How long is she going to stick in there? Because she has to be there right now with him, to hold his hand, to help him through.
I don't know.
But it's like, do you all I could do is tell her I'm going to pray with her. I sent her a care basket, to hopefully, cheer her and the kids up. But I noticed a lot of her photos is with the boys.
Yeah,
and with the family members. And
so she's
not
probably
in the photos.
She's pouring herself into her kids and stuff. So all you can do, in my opinion, all you can do is pray.
You stuck with it a little bit.
He probably needs, I stayed as long as I could.
Yeah.
He probably needs counseling on his own.
Yes.
Not even with her.
Not with her.
He has, that's what I told you with my dude.
That blindness.
With that Crohn's. And he was in pain. So he was angry.
Yeah.
So he needed to go through counseling himself.
Yeah.
So I always tell people counseling.
And you guys were better as friends anyway.
And then sometimes you got to understand, sometimes you better as a friend.
They were better as friends.
You better as a friend. As a wife, he may not listen to you, but as a friend, he'll listen. Ain't that crazy?
Isn't that funny?
So anyway, that was our what is
advice.
It? Our corner.
Okay, our advice corner.
Our advice corner. So that was it with that.
Okay.
Real quick on Kanye. God dang it.
Is this a totally new story or is this something similar?
You know what? I'm not going to go in detail about this. I'm just going to say, since the last time we was on here, he's been kicked off of Instagram and Twitter.
He's following in his dad's footsteps
for making anti-Semitic remarks.
Okay. You know not to do that, black man.
Yeah. The Hill, in unaired portions of Tucker Carlson's interview, Ye made anti-Semitic remarks, spoke of fake children infiltrating his home. See, Tucker Carlson didn't show those parts. And I was watching on
he didn't?
No. On Roland Martin, his show, he showed a clip of when Kanye was on Tucker Carlson. Mm-hmm. All they did from Fox was talk about how wonderful he is, how great he is, how wonderful. All of them no, on other shows.
How great Tucker is?
No, how great Kanye is.
Oh.
Talked about how he's a man. He thinks up for himself. Mm-hmm. He takes up for himself, and he thinks he's brilliant. He's a genius, wonderful guy. Mm-hmm. And then they had Uncle Tom on there. He said, black man. He said, he reminds me of Bruce. When Kunta Kinte, they kept trying to whip him and make him say his name.
His new name.
His new name was,
Toby.
What was his name? Toby. And he kept saying
Kunta.
So now he's Kunta Kinte to this stupid Negro, house Negro.
Oh.
Kanye, and I've come to think.
He didn't change your name. You not Toby, no. You
know what Kanye is? Kanye is a house Negro. I didn't want to say it. I always wanted to think he wasn't. Because this is the same guy that said, he's the same one that says George Bush don't like black people. He's the same one that went on the stage and said that Taylor Swift shouldn't have got the award, Beyonce.
Yeah.
But then Barack Obama called him a name and it crushed him.
What did he call him?
I forgot what he said. Y'all remember that one. He called him a name. It wasn't bad. He just called him a buffoon or something like that. Uh-huh. And it crushed him. And from that moment on, he was that guy that said,
be in the house.
You want me in the house, I'm coming in. So he comes in. I don't think he's not. Okay, hold on.
Why you call him the house Negro?
Let me figure this out for a second.
Because the house Negro had a different mentality than the field Negro.
He's not all the way in, though.
Okay. He's on the porch.
He's a porch Negro. That's it. He's a porch Negro.
Okay.
He's not all the way in the house.
He's not in the field.
And he's not in the field.
Because he's standing
and he's the guy when the slaves is trying to escape.
Yes.
He ain't saying nothing.
Oh.
He's on the porch. He's not the house Negro.
Okay.
The one that's ringing the bell and telling master.
They leaving.
Yes. He ain't there. He's not all the way in yet. Okay. We know them. Thank you for saying it. He's a porch Negro. We come up with a new term.
Okay.
He's a porch Negro.
He's not all the way in.
He goes back and forth.
He'll come
when it's time to dance and we hip hopping,
yes,
hippity hopping,
yes,
and we eating chitlins and all of that. He's outside with us. And he's around the fire. And then when it's time, when the guy comes with the horse and says, get on, y'all gone now.
Get on going.
He say goodbye. And they all go to the slaves, lay down on the ground, and he go lay on the porch. That's him.
He's in a better place than
he's the entertainer.
Negroes.
He has the fiddler. He's fiddler.
Oh yeah,
he's fiddler. Fiddler can go back and forth.
Yes.
Fiddler can go in the house and play. They trusted him enough to come in and play.
But Fiddler, what did Master say?
Yes.
Did you hear what Master was saying
But
today?
what he did, when he did the anti-Semitic, he came in playing the fiddle, and he had mud on his shoes. And they said, oh, hell no. Now, you can't
be you to have that analogy.
No. No, we let you go on out there and dance with them and stuff.
You don't come mess the house up.
Nah, we let you in now. You sleep on the porch.
Keep that mud on the porch outside.
Now, we let you in, Fiddler. You gotta wipe your shoes off.
Yes.
You come up here with these anti-Semitic. What's wrong with you? They distanced themselves from him. So even what's her name? Candace. I don't
she don't understand.
I don't understand what he said, but do you really think he hates Jews? And
so she
still was trying to take up for him. She's the house Negro trying to take up for the porch Negro.
Yes.
Leave him alone. Let him stay where he is. He don't hate you.
He's hanging himself.
Yeah, he don't hate you.
He's hanging himself. Oh
Yes.
my God. So what happened there that made him talk about being those
the only thing I can think of. And see, we gotta
the music thing that's going on, or the clothing line that he's mad at.
We gotta keep not giving him a pass because of that mental illness.
I know,
but we keep giving him a pass,
and they don't talk about it enough to remind people that he could be literally something going on mentally that's disturbing him. That he's getting worse. Other than the fact that he's not taking his meds.
I think he spoke out. I heard this man on Roland Martin say that. This black man, he said he thinks he spoke out in the beginning when he said George Bush don't like black people, and the Beyonce, he took up for Beyonce, and they kicked him to the curb, Beyonce and Jay-Z. And then when he said George Bush don't like black people, black people kicked him to the curb. We was like, we're not trying to deal with all of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like he feel like I spoke out for y'all and y'all didn't take up for me. So I'm going to go to the people that take up for me. And what he's realizing is they ain't taking up for you either.
But if he comes saying that, because remember when he was trying to embrace Comb Over, sitting in the office there and saying he's like a dad to him. He married, what's her name? So I don't know where he's at with trying to embrace who. What? I don't know. Race? What people? He's been offensive to everybody. Even his own race.
I'm telling you, good new term. Kanye West is a porch Negro.
Mm-hmm.
He not a house Negro, and he not in the field.
He need to go to the outhouse.
He's the one.
He's got a mouth that's just dirty, and it needs to go in the back.
Black people haven't canceled him,
right?
So he's still allowed to come to the cookout. But they watch him. He's that guy.
They figured at the cookout he ain't gonna bother us. Because what can he say to hurt us?
I said he don't tell when people running from the
porch.
That's why he allowed to
say, Master, they leaving. They under the road.
That's why we allow him to still stay at the cookout. Because we know he's that porch guy. When he see brothers running, he ain't gonna say nothing. You see what I'm saying? So they still allow him to come out in the field and talk. Now, if he was in there talking and telling where every time somebody ran, no, we wouldn't allow him.
He wouldn't be to the cookout.
No, he wouldn't be allowed in the field. But because he's right there in the middle, he gets away with it.
But again, his comments were they along the lines of like, what's his name that did the not the Schindler's List. No, what's the one that Mel Gibson did?
He's similar to Mel Gibson.
Because Mel Gibson has made some comments, and it goes back to biblical.
He's similar to Mel Gibson.
The Sadducees and the Pharisees were the one that actually killed Jesus.
He's
like Jews killed the Savior.
And he thinks they after him.
Yeah,
they're here, their whole, and then he'll turn around and say he's Jewish. I don't know what he's saying. See, nobody knows.
Maybe he thinks he's Jesus.
I think he's Jesus. I think he thinks he's Jesus. I think he's
a prophet of God. Maybe
that's it. I think he thinks that Jesus speaks through him.
Yes.
And that everything he's saying is what Christ wants him to say.
Yes.
And just like his own people betrayed him and put him on the cross, he is getting the same treatment.
Yes.
When Jesus went to his hometown
and was
that was not received, he shook the dust, he said, from his feet, and he went on in the rest of the world. I think he thinks he's Jesus.
Oh,
Yay.
A prophet of God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a prophet. So
if any of you understand where this man's journey is going to,
but he's
all we can do is pray though.
He's still invited to the picnic or the cookout because he's a porch Negro.
Wow.
He's not a house Negro yet. He's getting close though.
I don't know, because with these comments, he'll never be a house.
Well, what happened was he did the White Lives Matter. That made him not. When he did White Lives Matter shirt, the field Negroes was like, "Oh hell no, you ain't coming back out here." So then he said, "Hold on, I don't trust them either." And then the field Negro said, "All right,
I see what the message is.
All right, you playing in the middle.
White Lives Matter. Oh,
yeah. He playing in the middle.
Okay,
is he a genius?
I don't know,
because they still allow him in the house to play as fiddler.
Well, think about
and the field Negroes still allow him out in the field. So is he really a genius?
Think about genius.
Genius
is close to crazy.
Is he really a genius? Maybe he is.
Genius is close to like
nobody
Einstein. Didn't they say Einstein had some?
Who else has done? Who else is Kanye? Who else is allowed in the field and in the house?
I don't know.
Who else is praised on Fox News and in
hip hop invited to the barbecue
and hip hop awards and stuff? Who else is like
They'll
that?
let him in the door and have him sit in the front.
He might be a genius. We might have figured it out, y'all. He might be a genius, like he say he is.
Sometimes geniuses can be led by some supernatural
the craziest
spirit.
People are geniuses.
I don't know. And then sometimes supernatural spirits can direct them in the wrong path.
That's true.
I don't know, dude. Who are you being led by? What spirit?
He went into Adidas and had a meeting with them, two of the guys, and he showed them porno and said this is how he feels with them ripping off his things. Christian, Kanye.
Showing
porn so they can understand the analogy. So I see
something not right.
Something mixed up. He's trying to be Jesus with using an analogy.
I don't even know.
When they brought the whore to Jesus, he didn't say, "Okay, I want every man that's been with her to come up here." He didn't make a spectacle of it.
Because he already
just
knew.
said, "Whoever without seeing cast the first stone."
Because he knew most of them probably had been with
this guy's a spectacle. So you're not Jesus. You're trying to be Jesus, but you're going to another.
That's why I was saying is he led by something else that could make a man feel that way. Because that to me could be supernaturally, that could be demonic. Because Satan has always wanted to be, big like God. That's why he got kicked out of heaven.
Wendy says, Kanye, massa is we sick. Yes. This is what's wrong with Kanye, and he said it in a song. Listen to his songs, Jesus Walk. Okay, I remember Jesus Walk. He may be a genius, but they see him as a buffoon. Dr. Carson. Yeah, Dr. Carson is a house nigga. Yeah. Or Negro, sorry. I keep trying to not say that word.
Yeah, don't say the N-word.
But Kanye, to me, he's not as gone as Dr. Carson. I see him as a porch
He's
Negro.
on his way.
I don't know if he's on his way. He could go either way.
That's true.
Wendy says he wrestles not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah. Nora's saying he being led by something else.
Directing him. There's something directing his spirit.
It's not every person who has that illness that he has don't act like that.
Because we know the God we serve, he's not the author of confusion.
He's not the author of confusion.
God
and
is
he
not a confusing God.
Never show someone porn.
Yes.
To prove a point.
God he's such a wise God. His ways are not our ways. But he's not an author of confusion. And this dude has been causing confusion.
Full of confusion.
Yeah, that to me is the enemy. I don't know. Because even in his illness, things could he can be used in his illness. When he's not taking his meds, maybe his spiritual psyche is open and he's receiving things. Who's talking to his spirit?
Yeah.
And he's listening.
So once I agree with Mace, pray for Kanye.
Yeah, we have to. We have to pray. That's nothing else we can do.
Pray for Kanye.
Pray. Yeah.
We don't have no choice.
Because he's a very creative man. Very creative. Gifted. and the enemy can take that gift and go his way
and use it on something else.
Use it to destroy him, really.
Yeah.
That's what he comes to do, is kill, steal, and destroy.
Yeah.
He don't love us. He wants Kanye out of the picture.
But I just thought that was sad. So he banished on both Twitter and
so he had to go on Comover's platform, right?
Well, Truth. I don't know. Has he been on Truth yet?
I don't know. I bet you he's on his way. What's
Real
going on
quick,
with these guys?
T.I. checks YouTuber Charleston White. White says he'll Trayvon Martin Tip's son, King. Real quick, Charleston White, who's a guy who used to be in the streets and now he's calls himself a comedian now.
Uh-huh.
He went on and talked about T.I.'s son and Boosie's sons are really idiots.
Why would he make that comment?
Nobody knows. But he's saying they more buffoons. I guess because of the Kanye thing. He's saying they do more to destroy the black community than Kanye. Because they doing street stuff and, they just bad. Okay. Bad kids. Always getting in trouble. But he called T.I.'s son ugly and all kind of stuff.
Not ugly.
Well.
Is he funny looking?
Okay. But anyway, he called T.I.'s son ugly.
Oh, is he ugly?
This is T.I.'s son.
Oh.
Okay. He called T.I.'s son ugly, and T.I.'s son is 18. So he's saying that's not
his mom.
He's saying he not no kid. He 18, which means he's grown.
Mm-hmm.
If he can fight in a war, he grown.
Okay.
So then he came out, T.I.'s son, King, came out and fired back at Charleston and threatened him. Ooh. And said about they gonna stump him and all this other stuff. So Charleston is the type of guy that say, I'll call the police. I don't have no problems. I got 911 on dial.
Oh, you know what? They may not get there fast enough, nigga.
Well, he just said he said he'll call the police on somebody.
Okay.
Says he tagged the Atlanta Police Department and Fulton County prosecutor, that lady that's locking everybody up.
Yes.
With King's threat.
She will use that against him.
Yeah,
he knows that.
Yeah, so he tagged her in King's threat.
He knows that.
So T.I. said, enough with all this going back and forth with my son who's young. He said that's a kid. He called him a kid. Mm-hmm. Talk to me. I'm the dad. Talk to me. If you got a problem with my kid, come to me.
His kid is 18.
Well, here we go. So he telling Charleston, pull up. First he said we could talk on the phone, because you know how he used expeditiously big words. And the back up there, in the realm of confusion.
Oh my goodness. You have to be near the computer to look them up.
Right. We could talk.
Hold up, T.I. What
and then
what word is that?
And then in the same breath, we could get down if you want to get down. See, T.I. is like Kanye to me, and it's similar. Okay. You don't know if he's street or if he's in a library talking.
Right.
So we can meet behind the library books and have a conversation, or we can meet behind the library and fight.
That's right.
That's T.I.
Okay.
What we doing today, man?
Let's talk first.
Are you intellectual today? Or are you a street hood? That's kind of what Charleston came back and said.
This man,
what are you?
She calling 911 either
way.
He
said, I'm going to call 911 on you too.
I ain't going the physical route. So let me sit and listen to your big words.
Wendy said, he said nothing will come between him and his money. She's talking about Kanye. But the Bible says money is the root of all evil.
Yes.
He threatened to shoot up the school. That's a warning, he told Boosie. Yeah. He also told Tia that his son was ugly. Yeah, that's what I said. T.I. That his son was ugly.
Yes.
Ignorant. Very ignorant. Charleston White. And there was no reason. There was no reason for him to attack these boys.
Exactly.
So T.I. came out and said something. Mm-hmm. And of course he gonna say, well, I'm reporting you too.
Ooh.
Boosie ain't said nothing. Has anybody seen Boosie say something? That's the one you need to be afraid of. I would be afraid of the guy that ain't saying nothing.
Ooh.
That's what I would be afraid of.
You in your head.
Yeah, I would be afraid.
Where you don't have time to dial 911.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that was that.
And I can't get up.
That's the whole beef between T.I.
I know a lot of times we put our mouths, people don't realize your words.
And don't talk about people's kids.
Your words, they'll come back and they'll kick you in your butt if you're not careful.
Expeditiously. And T.I. said, don't talk about my kids.
And yeah, you are. People are concerned about. Don't. Yeah.
Don't talk about
We'll
my
see
kids.
where this goes.
All right.
Okay.
So real quick, Haley Bailey wishes DDG a happy birthday.
Okay.
Remember I told you it was his birthday?
And 25.
Over the weekend.
25.
He's 25. And that's them. So just quickly, I'm just mentioning it because I like DDG and I like Haley.
Okay.
I like both of them together. And it says Haley Bailey. What is this? Oh, Haley Bailey wishes her boyfriend DDG a happy 25th birthday today, October 10th. That was yesterday, on Instagram in a wheel filled with some of their cute moments together. These two seem to be blossoming in love, and it's absolutely adorable. Isn't that nice? And I wanted to say she bought him. I watched his channel, Pontiac Made DDG. That's his channel. And everybody gave him a surprise birthday party.
Oh, okay.
And his brother was like, "What do you get somebody that's a millionaire who has everything?" And he bought him
millionaire status.
Yeah, he bought him a Corvette because he said when they was young they used to play a game, and he used to say, "I want a Corvette."
Oh, he didn't buy himself one?
No, he bought DDG one because he said he always wanted one, and DDG was happy about that. And this man got cars that cost.
I said he could buy himself one.
No, that's what he said. He bought him something he didn't buy himself.
Oh.
And he has the money. His money is he could buy 5 times as much as what a Corvette is.
Okay.
So then Hallie bought him a beautiful diamond ring that probably cost so much. The kind when you open the box up and the light is on the ring. She bought him a diamond ring because he buys her jewelry all the time. Okay. And different people just bought him different stuff. Cologne. Somebody bought him a hat. So you can be rich and buy people whatever. He loved a hat.
You think about
that Deshae bought him.
It's so funny because you think about if you're rich at that status, you know, however you got there. For me, I would want a gift that's handmade by you.
Well, Chino, his friend Chino.
That's more than $1 million.
His friend Chino decorated. Remember you said you wanted a room for our computer and all this? His friend Chino decorated a room in his house. Like he put his
stuff like
that. He put his initials on the wall, bought him lighting and some chairs and all that. And he liked that.
Yeah. Something very creative. You can easily get a bottle of cologne and a car. But if you make...
But he liked all of it, though.
I'm sure he did, because he's probably appreciative of the love that people are sharing their love. Yeah, but it's so nice if you got so much money.
Now, my concern...
that you can make your own gift.
I'm nervous about them, because they're young. And her career next year is about to go off the chain.
So what does that mean? She just may not have time.
I know. I'm gonna be nervous. That's why I'm nervous about them, because I like them together. And she says she loves him. He says he loves her. They're young. Well, he's 25. That's old enough to get married. 25.
Well, you know what? There's people who are still together that were high school sweethearts.
Right. But 25 is old enough. That's not like he's 20 or something.
We won't be surprised this day and age if they don't.
I'm just concerned because I know what's coming. It's a Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. But the difference is